Hi, this is Nithya from JJ College, Department of Computer Science. Hello everyone. Today our topic is WAP architecture and its working. WAP stands for Wireless Application Protocol. WAP is used to provide internet activities on the mobile phone. Now it is having a mobile phone. Here mobile phone is used as a client and we have a server. Here the server is called as a web server. Okay. If we are using a personal computer, there is no need of web gateway. But as we are using mobile phone, we must use the web gateway. So what is a web gateway? Wireless Application Protocol Gateway. It acts as a intermediator between the client and web server. So now client having the components WML, WML script, WTAI, etc. And web gateway have the following components: encoder, decoder, WML script compiler, protocol adapters. Finally, web server has the following components: CGI scripts, WML text. Let us discuss. First, we are learning client. So, client has the WML. WML stands for Wireless Markup Language. It is based on the XML. So, XML means Extensible Markup Language. WML is a markup language for devices that use WAP, such as mobile phones. So, when we using a mobile phone which has the web, it is used to access the internet with the help of the WML. WML is like HTML. It provides navigational support, data input, hyperlink, text and image presentation. But only one difference is that HTML is a page while WML is a card. Finally, WML takes care of the small screen and the low bandwidth of transmission. It is very important topic because WAP always provide internet connection to the mobile phone, but mobile phone has only a small screen and also low bandwidth. So WML is good for mobile phone. Next, WML is also an application of XML. It also supports document type definitions. Usually, WML is based on HDML. HDML stands for Handheld Device Markup Language. Next, we are going to see WML script. WML script, it is a client-side scripting language. Mainly, it uses the WML language. Third component is WTAI. So that is wireless telephony application. It is an interface that is used for WAP. Okay, it allows a telephone number to be linked with the web page. Okay. So WTAI, it is a protocol used in conjunction with the WAP, that is wireless application protocol, to allow a phone number to be linked with the web page. Okay. Next we are going to see the components of WAP gateway. Encoder and decoder is used for encoding and decoding purpose. WML script compiler is used to compile the WML script. Next, the protocol adapters supports the WAP gateway. Next, the components of web server. Web server supports the two components, that is CGI, then WML deck. So what is CGI? CGI stands for Common Gateway Interface. It is any program that runs on a web server. Actually, Common Gateway Interface defines a way in which information may be passed between the browser and server. So CGI plays a vital role in web server. Next, we are going to discuss about WML deck. A main difference between HTML and WML is that the basic unit of navigation. In HTML, we call it as a page, while in WML, we call it as a card. A WML file can contain multiple cards and they form a deck. When WAP enabled device like a mobile phone goes to a WAP site, the mobile browser loads a WML file that contains a deck of cards from the server. So WML deck may contain more than one cards. Okay, so far we have discussed about the components of the WAP architecture. So WAP architecture mainly contains the client, web server, finally WAP gateway. Next we are going to discuss about the working of WAP. WAP describes a protocol suite. Step 1. Open the microbrowser on WAP enabled device and type URL of website. First of all, we are going to open the mobile browser. A mobile browser which is used in the WAP enabled device is called microbrowser. Okay, so in our example, we are taking it as a WAP enabled device as mobile phone, and the browser that is used in our mobile phone is called micro browser. Next, then we have going to type the URL. For example, www.google.com. Okay, so open the browser and type URL. Step 2. URL is sent using WAP protocol to WAP gateway. Here, WAP gateway plays a vital role because the client send the WAP request, that is URL, to the WAP gateway. Next, the WAP gateway convert this URL request into the HTTP request to the web server. My question here is, why WAP gateway convert WAP request into HTTP request here? Why? Because web server does not have a capability to understand WAP request. So WAP gateway convert this WAP request into HTTP request. Finally, web server search the corresponding static file or CGI, that is a file must be returned to the WAP gateway. Okay, here the HTTP request is converted into the HTTP response and the server sends this file to the WAP gateway. Because web server process the URL request and add some additional data, that is HTTP header, to the WML content, and it returns the entire result to the WAP gateway. Here WAP gateway convert this process and encode or decoding process is done here. Finally, the result will be converted into the WAP response with the help of the WML language, finally sent to the client. Here client is our mobile phone. When the server returns a response, the WAP gateway processes the response and sends the web page to the WAP mobile device. Why? Because here also, unfortunately, client does not have a capability to understand HTTP response. So WAP gateway convert this HTTP response into the WAP response, which can be easily understood by the client. So WAP gateway send WML content to the WAP device using WAP protocol. Then browser processes WML content and display the result on the device screen. Finally, the user can able to understand the result. So these are the working of WAP architecture. It's all about WAP model. I hope you all understand very well. Thank you very much.